I'm in the kitchen today making one of my very favorite, super easy, quick and delicious dinners. I'm making Korean beef bulgogi. Bulgogi literally translates to fire meat. It's basically a grilled meat dish that is incredibly flavorful, a little bit salty, a little bit sweet, a little bit umami, and comes together so quickly for a really satisfying weeknight. My bulgogi has a secret ingredient and very flavorful, quick marinated beef. Onions, spring onions, and carrots. Add some rice, a little bit of kimchi, some greens, and you have the perfect dinner. The part of this meal that takes the longest is prepping the steak. If we didn't have to park our steak in the freezer for about 30 minutes before we started with this dish, this would come together in like 15 minutes or less. But because I wasn't able to find super thinly sliced beef at my grocery store, I'm gonna show you how I handle a full ribeye steak, slicing it down and then marinating it. So the beef has been in my freezer for about 30 minutes. All you want it to do is firm up enough so you can cut really super thin slices so they cook really quickly on the stove. You can also use a barbecue for this if you like, or a grill pan on your stove. I like to use my handy wok. So the first thing we're gonna do is create the marinade for our meat. Not surprisingly, I kind of wing the measurements in this marinade, but I will leave the recipe in the description box below. The marinade starts with a little bit of garlic, and I'm using 4 cloves here. I don't mind really bumping up the garlic because this is a quick marinating meat, so the more garlic that you use, the more garlic flavor it will have, and you don't really risk over garlicking. Perfect, just right into a measuring cup. My bulgogi has kind of a unique ingredient, and I like to refer to it as my secret ingredient, though I'm sure other people in the world do this. A lot of bulgogis will have different type of fruit juices to tenderize the meat and add a little bit of sweetness in the background. Actually, that's one of the reasons I like to make this at home, because I find a lot of store-bought marinated bulgogi is way too sweet for me. It just feels like it's packed with sugar. But what I do like is to take inspiration from some of those Korean chefs that use pear in their recipe, and that brings me to my secret ingredient, which actually is pear baby food. Part of my reasoning for using baby food is because it's kind of the easy way out. Instead of processing down pears, you literally just crack open the jar. But I also really like the flavor that it adds in the background, and I find it kind of permeates the meat a little bit better in this puree form than it does when it's just chunks of pear in the marinade. So this is gonna add some tenderness and also some sweetness to the back of the dish. These little baby food containers are about 4 ounces, and the only ingredient in this container is pear and lemon juice, both of which are perfect to go in this marinade. So I'm just gonna add a couple tablespoons right from the jar. And then the base of our marinade, oyster sauce, rice wine vinegar, and soy sauce. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of spice to your liking. You can really bump this up or completely omit it. And a little bit of sesame oil. So for me, that's a couple tablespoons of rice vinegar. And to counteract the vinegariness of the rice vinegar, I am gonna add just a tiny little bit of sugar. I don't tend to stock mirin in my kitchen, but rice vinegar and a little bit of sugar are a great substitute for mirin. Next is about the same amount of soy sauce, and I'm going for like 3 tablespoons of each of these things. Oyster sauce, also about 3 tablespoons. Perfect. A little bit of this Korean red pepper paste, which is both sweet and spicy. It's called gochujang, just like a teaspoon. And then a tablespoon or less of toasted sesame oil. Sesame oil is super strong. It can easily overpower a dish, so be careful with how much you use of this. So I'm just gonna use about half as much as everything else. And also you wanna keep your toasted sesame oil in the fridge. It's one of those really delicate oils that can go rancid really quickly, and there's less chance of it going rancid when you put it in the fridge. So now what we do is stir this up and then give it a taste and make sure it's what we want our marinade to taste like on our meat. A little taste. Nice and tangy. It gets me right here. A little bit spicy, a little bit umami. Deep, rich flavors. This is such a winner of a marinade. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside and grab my steak out of the freezer. Okay, beautiful ribeye out of the freezer onto my cutting board. I'm just trying to slice this as thinly as I possibly can, and I'm gonna try to do it on a little bit of an angle, and I don't mind the fat that's there. You wanna kind of try to cut it against the grain if you can figure the grain out, but this ribeye should be nice and tender, so no matter how I cut it, it shouldn't really matter. I'm really just going to use my knife at an angle and start slicing slices that are as thin as I can handle. So we're looking for something that's kind of like this. Okay, perfect. I know one single kitchen dog that is gonna love this scrap, so I'm gonna set this aside for her. Put the beef in the bowl, pour the marinade over, Give it a little massage. I like to actually get in and massage the meat. I find that I don't have a lot of patience for super thin slicing. And so when you use your hands and massage the meat, it gets them marinated a little bit more. Okay, so this meat is going to hang out in the fridge. I'm gonna give my hands a wash and we're gonna prep the veggies. We're almost ready to cook. I'm actually only making 2 servings of this beef bulgogi today. So I'm using 2 carrots, about 5 spring onions, and about half of a regular onion. Let's do the spring onions first. I'm gonna cut into planks 3 of these spring onions. And I'm going for a similar size to the carrots and to the regular onion. So let's call it about that size. And I might cut the white parts in half. So that's our onion that's going in. And I'm also going to have a little bit of green onion on the top of this dish. So I like to then just chop these into little rings. And I like to do both the green and the white here. Perfect. So I'm just gonna toss these in a tiny little dish and they'll be for serving. Now a couple carrots, and I'm just gonna cut these into planks and then do my best to julienne them, which is basically just a long matchstick. And you don't have to be particular with this at all. I just like the way this looks in the dish. But if you want something else, a different look or a different size, feel free to cut it however you like. Carrots are done. And now half of this onion. Okay, veggies are ready. Meat is in the fridge and ready. So I'm gonna move us over to the stove. I'm gonna stir fry this for a couple minutes, get the veggies to sweat out for a couple minutes first, then toss the meat in until it's done. And then we're ready to eat. It's that fast. Okay, here we are at the stove with my trusty wok, and I'm going on a pretty decently high heat. And I'm gonna toss a little bit of neutral oil that's a higher temperature tolerant oil, which is for me avocado oil. Coconut oil would work really well here too. Toss that in, let our wok heat up a little bit. Okay, we're smoking already. So in goes everything, all at the same time. Just gonna stir fry these veg until they start to sweat out a little bit. Okay, the onions are starting to get translucent. The carrots are softening up a little bit. I like a lot of crunch in my veggies, so this is as far as I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna add the meat. Still over high heat, I'm just gonna cook this meat through. All right, it's just a couple minutes later and our beef is nicely cooked through. The sauce has reduced a little bit, the carrots and onions are ready, so we are ready to plate. So the way I like to plate this is actually really pretty in a cast iron pan. So first rice goes in, next up is our meat, sauce and all. I like a little bit of green, and these are spicy greens, which I just love. So those raw greens go in the middle. A little bit of spring onion. A little bit of kimchi if you like kimchi, and I absolutely do. Goes right in the center. Finally, a sprinkling of toasted sesame seeds. And there we have one of my very favorite, super easy, super quick, incredibly flavorful weeknight dinners, Korean beef bulgogi. Time to dig in. Take a little bit of rice, some of the beef, some of those spicy greens, a little bit of the kimchi. Now we taste. Yum. That's my review. I give it a yum. Really, really good. And I'll tell you a little secret. You can actually do this exact same thing with ground beef. And while it's not quite as decadent and for me not quite as flavorful or delicious, it's also a more affordable way to get into this dish and one that actually comes together even faster than this did. Please let me know if you've had bulgogi before, if you like it, if you make it at home. Do you have a secret ingredient like I have a secret ingredient? And is it the same not so secret ingredient? Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a like if you liked it. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you here next time. Cheers.